Hello and welcome back to Mantorv for the 74th edition of the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations, where we are about to go live with our first race of the day. My name's Paul Malin, thanks for joining us live on MXGP TV, where the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale 125cc race is about to get underway. They are just making their way to the line. They've had 10 minutes of warm-up practice, they've been back into the waiting zone, and the first 5 or 6 riders are already behind the gate. There's a quick look at the circuit if you've not seen it this weekend so far. 1 or 2 changes in the middle, in Sector 2 and in Sector 4. That long straight down the left used to be halved because there was a 90-degree left-right looping back through the middle. But as you can see, it's a longer straight, and the track a lot faster through that part than it has been in previous years. But the 125 riders in this YZ Blue Crew Cup all trying to win the big prize of a 125 European Championship ride. Victor Puig, number 10, who rides for Team Yamaha Alzio already. He was the fastest rider in time practice yesterday with a 1:54.8, 3/10 quicker than Adrien Petit from France. Those two looking very, very handy around here yesterday. Elias Auclair from Norway and Hugo Forsgren, Adrien Bolviken. And Adrien Bolviken, who finished 3rd in the 85cc category at Assen when we were last with the Blue Crew riders. So the rider in 5th, also looking pretty good yesterday and could be a shout for the podium. Nikolai Skogberg, Maurizio Scolo, Luca Kunic, Salvador Perez, Matis Bartes, and all the rest of the riders there. There's another rider here, 515, Ollie Martinson, who won the 85 Blue Crew Cup in 2019. He qualified in 15th place, so going from the 85 to the 125, a bit of a jump. But Victor Puig, the Team Yamaha Alzio rider, knows that if he wins today, or at least finishes on the podium, he will go to the Yamaha Masterclass later on in the year with 2 other wildcards who showed promise but maybe just had a bit of bad luck. And then the idea then at the Masterclass, where they get some tutelage from a former rider, and this year it's been Brian Jorgensen, former Grand Prix winner. They will go through some schooling there and riding and everything else, and it's all about the attitude and the respect and all of those things. See how they get on, and the winner will be announced, and they will get a 125 European Championship ride next year. Hugo Forsgren, 4th in time practice with a 1:56.4. He's about a 1.5 seconds off the pace. Is he going to be challenging for a podium? At the moment, the track is looking prime. A little bit more moisture in it than there was yesterday with overnight watering. We are supposed to be getting a little bit of rain later on. Either a little bit or a lot bit, who knows? But either way, the track will get a nice soaking around about midday, we're told. So, but it won't affect these guys too much. But Victor Puig has gone to the inside gate, number 10. The 4:46 there of Adrien Petit. Very flamboyant French rider. When I stood trackside watching them in their pre and time practice yesterday. But we've got a green flag at the back, we've got a green flag down the front. The Fly Racing 15-second warm for the only time this weekend for this YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. And it's the 125 who are getting ready to go. So we'll keep an eye down on the right-hand side of the game as we look from here. Number 10 over on the right-hand side, closest to us now. Somebody's definitely trying to go too early there. Centre in the gate, but it's Petit is in there as well. But 10, Victor Puig comes out with the whole shot. So 5:50, getting parked there, Salvador Sampaio from Portugal. But it's Victor Puig who leads the way. The 3:03, I think that is. Salvador Perez is in 2nd, yes it is. And then you've got Adrien Petit at the inside of him, moving into 2nd place. Just behind them, the 3:29 of Maurizio Scolo in 4th position. So the track probably a little bit different to what it was yesterday when they were one of the first groups out on the racetrack yesterday. Liam Ackerland is in there in 6th position. Luca Kunic, Matis Bartes, Zoltan Ordog. And Ordog finished 7th in the 85 category in 2019 at Assen. So another rider with consistency and blue blood running through his veins. Like so many of these riders in this one-making series. Who, by the way, they've qualified via their national championship. So riding Yamahas at home in their national championship, and then they get invited to ride the super finale here, all for that shot of getting a 125 Europe Championship prize. on a team, if you like. But Victor Puig leading the way over the big triple over the backside of the circuit, uphill for the first time. Hugo Forsgren is in second place. Petit is in fourth. But Puig just trying to pull clear at the moment. The rider who's currently 16th in the EMX 125 European Championship. He's had a couple of 15ths. The 12th has been his best position at the second round. It seems like an eternity that the 125 guys have been out because of the rejigs of calendars, but they will be back in action soon. Working their way towards the end of this opening lap. Victor Puig just picking his lines methodically. They would have already been out on track. They had a 3 or 4 lap warm-up directly before this, where they were then sent back to the waiting zone. So an extended sighting lap, if you like, but it's Puig who leads. He's got about 1.2 seconds over Hugo Forsgren. Salvador Perez is third, for how much longer? Because at 4:46, Adrien Petit trying to go around the outside and forcing an issue for third place. Hasn't managed to find his way through. So Salvador Perez still hanging on the 303 in that third position. He goes inside, and this time the Frenchman around the outside and into third position. So he now has clear track to chase down Hugo Forsgren in second, and Victor Puig ahead of it, the race leader. Rider number 9 there, Luka Kunic. He's in 6th position. He's got Liam Ackerland just behind him, Mathis Barthez and Elias Auclair. Then we've got Zoltan Ordog in 10th position, Nikolai Schlockberg, Marius Akin Popovici is next in 12th. Adrian Volviken is in 13th place, the rider who finished third in this event in the 85 category in 2019 in a very wet Assen. And then we've got the 85 winner from that occasion, Ollie Martinson. He's in 14th place. Charlie Irwin from Ireland, from Northern Ireland, he's in 15th position. And then we've got Maurizio Ozidali Murata. But this battle here between the 303 of Salvador Perez and the 329 of Maurizio Scolo, these two fighting over fourth now, and the rider behind them, Luka Kunic, is closing in fast as well. Oh, man down. 303 goes down. So Salvador Perez bites the dust. Picks himself up. But a chance of a podium has gone begging, but he could be one of the 2 wild cards that also get selected for the Yamaha Masterclass later on this season. Still trying to pick himself up there on that third incline. So all of a sudden, Kunic now to 4th. Found his way past Maurizio Scolo in this incident here. Yeah, he just lost the front and then just high-sided himself off the bike. That also took out Maurizio Scolo. That allowed Luka Kunic to move into that 4th place. Scolo coming back for more though. Kunic takes the middle line, thinks there's maybe a little bit more forward momentum through that part of the racetrack. So the number 9 hanging on at the moment in that 4th place. Maurizio Scolo, the 329 from Italy. Probably knows his way around here, like most Italians I would think. But the number 9 of Luka Kunic of Croatia got his hands full in that 4th place. Liam Ackerland just losing the toe at the moment in 6th position. Our race leader already, well, still there, about a second clear of Hugo Forsgren. So the Swede still challenging Victor Puig of Spain at the head of the field. But these guys here, 4th and 5th, Luka Kunic and Maurizio Scolo, going at it around this Mantova circuit. They didn't actually do too much grooming on the racetrack. Had a quick look around here this morning. They've fixed up similar corners, as you can see, those bankings. Obviously fixed all the jump faces and rebuilt some of the berms. But that's pretty much it. So we are going to have a rough and rugged Mantova later on today for the Motocross of Nations. We've got the B final coming up about an hour or so after this race. And then they will get about an hour and a half's break between races before they line up for the first race of the day. In the 74th edition of the FIM Monster Energy Motocross Nation. But Petit, 446, closing down on Forsgren. This is a battle for second place. So the French rider really closing in on the Swede now. And you can see Victor Puch not too far ahead of him either. Again, using the outside line, but gets his line taken away from him on the exit of the turn, but they'll try and force the issue down the inside, but just not brave enough to go through on the inside through turn 5. So Adrien Petit then having to work just a little bit harder, thinking of a way to find his way past the 422 of Hugo Forsgren. See, that corner was getting blown out yesterday. They built that up a little bit more, but it probably won't take much more to blow it back out again. 17 minutes plus 2 to go. What is a 25-minute race, I believe it is. First, second and third, pretty much in the same part of the racetrack. Victor Puch, Hugo Forsgren, Adrien Petit. Stays like this, these three will be on the podium, of course, and they will automatically qualify for the Yamaha Masterclass later on at the end of the year for a chance to win that ride in the 125 European Championship on one of the teams. Of course, Yamaha Audio already supporting Victor Puch. 4 laps complete then, and Victor Puch a 2:03.8. Hugo Forsgren 1.1 seconds behind with a 2:02.9, and an almost identical lap time for Adrien Petit. Has to duck down, avoid the roost off the rear wheel of that Weiser 125 ahead of him. Part of the deal here, obviously they ride their national championships, but when they arrive here, everybody in the same Yamaha clothing. They get number boards, decals, clothing, t-shirts, all the rest of it. They've got their own Yamaha village at the back end of the paddock. They're free to mingle through the paddock and meet their stars, and they get tours all over the place as well. And for a race like this, they get the chance to be in pit lane, in the paddock area, and get to experience something very, very unique that they would never get the chance to experience unless they were racing in MX2 or MXGP, or maybe even the European Championship itself. Victor Puch, though, setting the fastest Sector 1 time of 30.8 compared to the 32.0 and 0.6 of the guys behind him. So already, in the space of this half a lap, the first 2 sectors, Puch of Spain is now opening a gap. It was 1.1 at the finish line, and he's already at the bottom of the hill in the opposite direction. Nervous look over the shoulder, though, from Hugo Forsgren as he looks to defend that second position. Salvador Perez, the 303 that fell, is decided to withdraw from the race. He fell in this corner here. But Petit just losing touch as well to Forsgren. So the 446, the French rider, has to dig deep, roll up his sleeves and go back after the Swede if he can. But Hugo Forsgren doing a very good job of maintaining that second position. Here he is, the 422. Looked like the 78 of Paul Beacon running into problems there. He was in 9th place. He is with the 311 now. So, yeah, he's fallen because Sandro Lobo was in 15th place. So just picking himself up, picking that position back again, but who knows, maybe he could be one of the wild cards for the Masterclass a little later on this year. Number 78, Adrien Bolviken. Number 11, Zoltan Ordog. being chased by the 55 of Matis Barthez. These two fighting for 9th place at the moment. And just behind them, Ollie Martinson, the 85 winner in 2019. 13.5 minutes plus 2 to go. 5:76, having a problem there. Joel Franz of Germany on the SHR Motorsports Yamaha. But Ordog and Barthez, 9th and 10th. There is Barthez. Pat Marker just doing his best to stay out of the line there. The 3:39, Matthias Dam of Denmark. Barthez not quite getting over the triple, in fact coming up quite short, so obviously got spooked on takeoff because everyone else around him getting over it, no problem. That will allow Zoltan Ordog just to pull a little bit clearer. Coming downhill. 55 with the orange helmet, Matis Barthez. .576, Joel Franz outside of the top 20 at the moment. As Victor Puig goes through, your race leader, he's still got about 2.2 seconds, but you know what? Adrien Petit in 2nd position, just set the fastest lap of the race. There he is, he's now in 2nd position. He's found his way past Hugo Forsgren. And he is closing in on Victor Puig. Puig in the corner directly, in fact he's just around the corner in the opposite direction. Here he is, so he does still have that 2.2 second buffer, even though Adrien Petit was a 201.9 compared to a 204.1. So here is 10, Victor Puig, your race leader, and the Frenchman is definitely closing, so it's not 2.2 seconds anymore. Victor Puig can't afford to sit back and relax. It's going to be a very long 11 minutes plus 2 for the Spaniard, who's led right from the very first turn. Adrien Petit, who started in 3rd, 4th position, quickly got into 3rd, closed down Hugo Forsgren, got himself into 2nd, and in the blink of an eye has set the fastest lap around the track here in this 125 class. And he's closed right in now on Victor Puig. This is the battle for the lead all of a sudden. And when Puig hits pit lane in a moment's time, the board will be +0. You watch. 1.4 it says, but it's a lot closer than that. Perfect track conditions now, though. Needed this kind of moisture in the ground yesterday, maybe early on, but anyway, come Sunday, everything is all sorted. .556 Oliver Sheps, I think that is just about to fall out of the leaders. Puig looks across at him as if to say, dude, you're on my line. So Puig now really having to step it up because he has been caught massively by Adrien Petit. And Petit goes to the inside line. Just shows you don't have to go to the outside to get over that tabletop. Petit taking the shortest route through the corner, closing in on Puig all the time. This is now pretty much a 2-horse race because they put about 2 or 3 seconds between them and Hugo Forsgren in 3rd, who had a good first half of the race. But he's got a massive, 15 or 16 seconds over Luca Kunic in 4th. Elias Auclair now is in 5th. Maurizio Scolo has dropped to 6th. Back marker there, number 34, Elno Piilava from Finland. Just giving a little bit more space to the race leader, Victor Puig, as Adrien Petit managed to lose a little bit of ground there. Nervous look over the shoulder there. I think that was 487, wasn't it, Ilias Auclair? Back with the leaders though. Victor Puig. Still 1 second clear, but you look at it like that, it looks way less. So once again, Adrien Petit having a good second half of the lap. Despite losing ground to a back marker, all of a sudden gets better drive on the run, and Puig knows he's there, and all of a sudden we have a new race leader on lap 9. Adrien Petit finds his way past Puig, who now decides, you know what, I need to get a hurry up. Is it a case of too little, too late for the Spaniard? Back markers on the horizon, so all of a sudden both riders deciding to chuck it in around the outside in that 7th corner. Because don't know which way to go, just hold your line. The quick guys will figure a way through, don't worry. So Petit taking the lead. Oh, a little bit short there. You saw the body language from Victor Puig as he took off. He knew that he was going to be in trouble. He came up short massively. Threading his way through the back markers once again, Adrien Petit, but not so kind this time for Victor Puig. And that is a massive dent in the Spaniards' program there, because he was thinking of making a move on Adrien Petit, but then he just chose the wrong line at the wrong time, and all of a sudden Adrien Petit, who was 1.08 seconds down at the start of the lap when he crossed the line in second, we know he's overcome that deficit, overturned it, but he now sets the fastest lap of the race, a 2:01.4 compared to a 2:05. He's now got 3 seconds over Puig. This was a lap ago, so ran the outside, he got good drive, and then got good drive, forced himself to the inside. Puig looks across. The Spaniard knew he was there, pulled out of the challenge, thought he was going to cut back to the inside, but just wasn't close enough or quick enough to react to that move from Petit. So Puig now with it all to do. If he is to win this YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. Good riding though from Adrien Petit, coming from 4th position to take over the lead on lap 9. We are now on lap 10. Here's number 9 of Luca Kunic. He is now in 5th place in the 3:29 behind him, Maurizio Scolo. And just closing into the background, the number 2 of Nikolai Skovbjerg of Denmark. So he finds himself in 7th position, working his way through the field, because Liam Ackerland now in 8th position, Zoltan Horndog is 9th, and Matis Barthez finds himself in 10th place. Pass coming up here over on the... Oh no, he was just short on the landing, wasn't he? So, oh, actually, no, he forces his way down the inside, so the 3:29. Last pass to number 9 of Luca Kunic, and Scolo now up in the 5th place. Just ahead of them, right there, the 4:87 of Ilias Auclair. So the Norwegian is not safe in that 4th position. 4.5 minutes plus 2 to go, rider down. Looks like maybe he got cross-rutted, hit some holes there, and has been down, but here is Hugo Forsgren over the line in 3rd place, about 12 seconds adrift of Victor Puig, who sets his fastest lap of the race, a 2:01.5. Good response after losing a whole load of time to Adrien Petit last time around. But he's got that gap down to 1.1 again, so maybe we will get a grandstand finish in this 1:25 race. But good riding from Hugo Forsgren. Good, consistent riding from the Swede. He come here with, I guess, there's 2 goals really. You know, those that know they can win, they're saying, right, I'm going to go for the win. And then the other one is, well, if I can at least make the podium, get myself to the masterclass, everything else takes care of itself after that. So Forsgren, good steady ride for the Swede. Just not quite had it to go with Petit and Victor Puig, but he'll just try and ride out the next 3 minutes plus 2 laps, because he has quite a handsome advantage over Elias Auclair, who is already under attack from Maurizio Scolo and Luka Kunic anyway. Ryder still down on this approach to the second uphill. Race leader, Hugo Forsgren there in third, so the 4:22. Into the third of the not so steep inclines. This one now pretty much just a fraction of the size that it was, being whittled down over the years, but they did used to go up onto the bank for a third time. Aye, game on. Adrien Petit and Victor Puig all of a sudden half a second as they hit the line, so Puig has responded, and we may just get that grandstand finale. Probably needed that pass from Adrien Petit just to wake him up. A little bit front end high there though for Victor Puig as he comes into land over that jump. Nervous look over the shoulder from the Frenchman as well. The race leader looking to see where the Spaniard is likely to spring an attack. Good drive around the outside there, stayed nice and low in the berm, didn't go high up where there's a risk of hitting some of those holes and blowing through the top of the berm where it's at its weakest point. Good firm drive from the bottom of the turn there, that right-hander from the number 10 Spaniard. But just once again, Adrien Petit, the race leader, taking the tighter inside line, still getting just as much drive. But how long can he last here as the leader of this race? Worked hard to get from 4th to 1st. Did a good job of putting in a 2-second gap over the Spaniard, but that has been whittled down to nothing, and it's now he who is facing the challenge of trying to maintain this lead. We've got 44 seconds on the clock. It's going to be 3 laps to go because it doesn't take that long to get to the finish line from this part of the racetrack. Taking the outside line around that single on the exit of the turn, just to give them a different option through the rhythm section. 20 seconds on the clock there. Still, Adrien Petit leads. Compared to a lap ago, he has opened up a couple of bike lengths through that part of the racetrack. Outside line's working a treat at the moment. And Petit, was his lap time, he was about a half a second quicker than Puig on lap 12. But it doesn't look like it, because straight away Puig is right back onto the rear wheel, trying to line up his next attack. He's got a really nice line through here, stays nice and low through the outside, but again just can't find the drive to get close enough to the Frenchman. Up and over the triple. Uphill once again, 2-lap board, getting ready to go out. ground looks nice and soft, but those bumps on the run up to that middle hill, very hard edged underneath. The ruts through that turn, it's almost like a double apex there. You go right and then straightens up and then right again. Those ruts getting jaggedy as well. Very hard ground, unusually hard for this time of the year, but been very dry around here since, well, for a long time actually. But that might all change a little later on, who knows. Right, 2 laps to go. 13 laps complete, and our race leader didn't get over the tabletop there on the finish line. He's just put himself under pressure, and Pooch tries to run it down the inside. So an attack is definitely coming here from Victor Pooch, number 10. Again, can't get over the double. Well, a little bit loose coming out of the corner there, the rider in second position. This is the battle for the lead. Thought he'd found his way through, and then he had to pull out of the challenge there. Through the waves, down into turn 7. Good response once again from Adrien Petit. Looks like he's managed the situation well. Good recovery, and Pooch now going for the inside there, just trying something different. Forsgren still third, Auclair still fourth, Skolo fifth, Skogberg sixth, Koenig 7, Ackelen 8, Orgot 9, Bolvikin 10. Matis Barthez finds himself in 11th position, and we've got Sandro Lobo. But all eyes on this battle here for the lead and the win. Time ticking away. Pooch running out of time. Drive for Petit coming out that left-hander, makes his way to the finish line. All of a sudden, an 8/10 of a second gap has opened up to 1.9. So going into the final lap with a bit of a cushion, then the 4:46, Adrien Petit, is he on his way to taking victory here in the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here in Italy at Mantova? Victor Pooch led, he got caught, he got past, closed down the gap. Since he's taken the lead, Petit has looked very much in control. Looks like he's growing in confidence as he enters the second half of the lap in a few corners' time. Full second quicker at sector 1. And that gap already opening up. Just waiting for him to hit sector 2. And 31.1, so for Petit, 31.7, so another 6/10. So this now is Adrien Petit's race to lose. Didn't make the best start, got boxed in at the first turn, emerging around about 4th by the time he'd come out of the second turn. Was quickly into third, closed down Hugo Forsgren for second place, and then latched onto the rear wheel of Victor Pooch, the race leader. Caught him unawares, whittled down that gap, made the pass, pulled clear immediately, but then we got a great response from Victor Pooch to close back in on the French rider. But the final lap, Adrien Petit went into this final lap with almost 2 seconds in his back pocket. Wow, a bit of a moment there though as he came out of that turn, but he manages to stay upright on 2 wheels. He exits the final turn, and Adrien Petit of France wins the 125 class here at the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. Second for Victor Pooch, third will be Hugo Forsgren. But possibly the first big win of his young career, Adrien Petit. Here is Hugo Forsgren. He will be our third place finisher. Good, solid ride for Forsgren of Sweden. But Adrien Petit, 4.46. Your winner in the end by 3.4 seconds over Victor Puig, number 10. Definitely looking a little bit cloudy over there at the moment, a little bit murky. B final set to go at 11 o'clock. We'll be on air for that, Jason Thomas and I, at 10:50 local time now, so that's about an hour from now. Here's Lisa Leyland with our winner, Adrien Petit.
Adrien Petit, massive congratulations. That Yamaha Masterclass is now yours.
Yes, I'm very happy. I'm a good start and I'm a good race. It's very good. Thanks my family, my dad, my mother, and I'm very happy.
Great job. Thank you.
Good ride from Adrien Petit. He wins the 125 class YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here. Did it from the back as well. Well, not the front, not quite from the back, but fourth, fifth around the first couple of corners, quickly into third. Had to close down a bit of an advantage as well to Victor Puig. He got the job done, and the kid is beaming. Give you official confirmation then of that 125cc result, as we have it right now, as the Vikings arrive around this Mantova circuit. Made a lot of noise yesterday. Adrien Petit, your winner from Victor Puig, Hugo Forsgren, Elias Auclair, Maurizio Scolo, Nikolai Schofberg and Luka Kunic. Then we had Liam Ackerland, Zoltan Ordog, Adrian Bolviken in 10th, Matthias Bartes in 11th, Sandro Lobo 12th, and then Maurizio Ozenaldi Murata was 13, Ollie Martinson 14, Charlie Irwin 15, Aino Pilava, Neo Svensson, Loris Bira, Joel Franz and Salvador Sampaio. Get ready for the podium then here for the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. The 125 class. Third in the race, third overall, Hugo Forsgren of Sweden. He looks pretty pleased with himself as well. I like that Yamaha backdrop actually. Look at the words on there. Competition, youth, performance, future, victory, loyalty, respect, teammates, fairness, cooperation, dedication. Second for Victor Puig of Spain, the Yamaha Alzio rider. But your winner, Adrien Petit of France. He didn't make the best start, but he forced his way to the front with a few laps to go and never relinquished that lead.
Il best distributor per quel che riguarda Yamaha ed è dalla Scandinavia Morten Bromberg che riceve il premio naturalmente per essere così il miglior distributore, mentre allora ci siamo, torniamo Paolo Polese, direttore marketing e motorsport.
We'll do the presentations.
Motor Europe a consegnare la targa
and
per
Mr. Paolo Pavesio
Forsgren.
On the podium from Yamaha Motor Europe, handing out the blacks here. Third for Hugo Forsgren of Sweden. Second, Victor Puig of Spain. And the winner, Adrien Petit. So Paolo Pavesio handing the winner's plaque to Adrien Petit. Big win for the Frenchman.
Il tuo lungo viaggio del motocross ed ora il best distributor e a raccogliere e a prendere la targa il signor Mr. Morten Bromberg.
So the Director of Marketing and Motorsport, Yamaha Motor Europe. Paolo Pavesio on the podium, handing out the awards. That's the top three. They will step down after the national anthem and they will receive the medals. But for Adrien Petit, the national anthem of France.
Istituzionale perché è giunto il momento di ascoltare l'inno del vincitore e l'inno è quello della Francia.
Adrien Petit wins the Wiser Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale here in the 125 class in Italy at Mantova. He beats Victor Puig and Hugo Forsgren, who will join him at the Yamaha Masterclass later on in the season, plus 2 more wild cards. And of course, congratulations to all the riders who took part in this event this year. It's the 5th year now that the Blue Crew 125, well, the Blue Crew Cup has taken place in the 125 category. They will receive their FIM Europe medals as well, so it'll be a bronze medal for Hugo Forsgren, a silver for Victor Puig, and then a gold medal for Adrien Petit. And you know what, events like this for these riders just gives them that boost, that kick, that little confidence boost, if you like. The nudge in the right direction as Martin de Graaf, the FIM Europe president, just handing the medals to the riders, Hugo Forsgren, Victor Puig and Adrien Petit, the winner. But just to give them a nudge in the right direction, say, you know what, maybe I can do this, maybe I do belong here, and the next step will be the 125 European Championship, then EMX 250 and then MX2 and beyond, you know.
Mr. Martin de Graaf insieme a David Longo e al signor Pareto.
Photo opportunity then with Martin de Graaf, David Longo, the CEO from Infront, and Paolo Pavesio from Yamaha Motor Europe. Another great occasion for the boys in blue this weekend. And of course, congratulations to all our winners in the 65. It was Eduardo Riganti, Danny Senkov second, Pietro Riganti, younger brother of Eduardo. So 2 brothers on the podium in the 65 category. In the 85, the win belonged to Jakobs Kubelins, who is now a 2-time winner. He won the 65 a couple of years ago. He wins the 85 yesterday. Frederick Ryan Stamper was second, and Noe Zumstein in Switzerland was third. And obviously here in the 125 class, Adrien Petit victorious ahead of Victor Puig and Hugo Forsgren. The youngest rider in the Blue Crew, in the YZ Blue Crew FIM Super Cup finale. The little fella on the top step of the podium right there. And Alberto Brozzi on the left-hand side as well, the guy who pretty much manages the whole of the Blue Crew program. And, well, that's it for another year. But let's take a look at some of the best moments, shall we, from the 125 race. So we're out of time right now. Congratulations to everybody in the YZ Blue Crew FIM Europe Cup Super Finale. We will be back 10:50 local time. So, and when we do return, it'll be Jason Thomas and myself for the B final race. You don't want to miss that. See you then.